Hey, welcome back to another day. I'm glad you can join me. And, this is Daily Dex here. And I want to just talk to you about recessions, right? We know we're going to be in a recession at some time. At least I kind of think we are. I know some people are going, well, we're already in a recession and we're probably seeing the worst of it. We've got this high unemployment rate, all this kind of stuff. But here's the reality: we get a lot of government funding going on right now, right? We got $2 trillion passed, all this funny money, as I call it, thrown out there, and so it's really kind of diluting us. And the stock market went way down. It's now gone back up. It's increased in value. Believe it or not, it's increased in value pretty close to how much money's been put into the market. So, you know, it's really this false sense of security. Multifamily, talked to a lot of multifamily investors, talked to a lot of brokers. Everybody's receiving their rents right now. We've got really good collections. I've got the best collections I've actually ever had. And get this false sense of security. We're getting our rents. It's June. We've been already seeing a really good, strong June. May was our best month of the year so far, and June is looking like it's going to be just as good, maybe even better. So where's this recession? And it's funny money that's being thrown around, and I think we have to put a pause onto maybe our exuberance or our feeling of, hey, everything's just going to be just fine, and understand that, well, everything might not be quite as good as what we think it's going to be, right? So I saw a post today by Jason Scott, Jay Scott. A lot of you know, and this is just reality. And this is kind of every recession. And he pointed out what every recession happens. We get this kind of run up, right? Stock market goes high, maybe real estate high. Everybody's really, and then we have this crash, and people in hindsight go, man, I should have seen it coming. Like, I'm going to see the next one coming. I mean, and people say it. I hear people all the time, and they said it just recently. I'm excited for the next one to happen. And the same thing happens. We get this run up, and then we get this crash. People say, oh man, should have seen it coming. Same thing. 2007, it was just like that. We got this big run up. We're never going to crash, right? We're never going to crash. Some people predicted, of course, but we're never going to crash. And then what happens is we get this crash, and people sit on the sidelines. And the same thing's going to happen this time. People are going to sit on the sidelines. Nobody's going to really know when the bottom is. So we don't want to jump in too fast. And then in hindsight, everybody goes, oh, I wish I would have jumped in. I should have known this recession was happening. But here's the problem, or here's the thing. Here's the good thing, is I think we're seeing things a lot more clearly this time, in my opinion. At least you should be, right? All the indicators are out there that we're in a recession. And so that, but we've got all this funny money. It was the quickest we've ever had government stimulus money came out immediately, obviously because of the pandemic. We got this money that came out there, and it's actually pushing the recession down the road. So what should you be doing right now? Well, if you're a multifamily person, if you're a real estate person, you should be collecting all the money, and you should be hoarding as much cash as possible, quite frankly. You should be trying to make sure your reserve funds are as big as possible. You shouldn't be spending on unnecessary things. You should be really being prudent about asset management, about project management, and really make sure you're setting yourself up, because we, in my opinion, are going to see some hurt and pain in multifamily and real estate in general. And so you want to be prepared for that. And that's going to be coming. And the other thing is, we're also going to see opportunity. It's not going to be 2008 again, at least in my opinion. It's not going to be 2008 again. But we're going to see definitely some hurt, definitely some pain. We're going to see opportunity. And there's going to be different types of opportunities. So be ready to pivot, be ready to take and seize that opportunity that comes, whatever it might be. But it's going to look a little different than maybe what you're ready for or what you're thinking of. So always be ready to pivot. In the meantime, and just be patient, right? Right now, I've got a lot of focus on asset management, right? I'm focusing on making sure my assets are running as smoothly as possible. We're getting occupancy as high as we possibly can. We're keeping our rents either where they are or even trying to raise them potentially. And we're trying to make sure our collections are really good. We're doing little things on the capital improvement side to make sure that things that are going to break when times are bad, they're already taken care of right now. But again, we're trying to keep capital as liquid as possible to be prepared. We know what's coming. So I hope you don't look back in 2 years and go, oh man, I wish I would have seen this coming. I should have known better. I think we see it. We see it coming. So be prepared, be ready to go. Again, the opportunity is going to be there. You're going to be able to buy these properties. I don't know how big of a discount you're going to see. Maybe it's not going to be a big discount, but regardless, you're going to see some sort of fluctuation in the market, and be prepared. Be prepared to jump on that fluctuation. Also be prepared to pivot, like I said, with the market. The other thing I'm focusing on beyond asset management is relationships. Make sure you're building good, strong relationships. And then I'm also, working on just building some vertically integrated things within my business. So I'm looking at, building my mentorship program, looking at, building my construction company, and trying to vertically integrate within, my current company. So we're set up to succeed as best we can. Relationships, again, with brokers, with investors, relationships with lenders, really building those, and potential partners. This is a team sport. I talked yesterday about it being a team sport. This is a team sport. We need to have strong relationships with people. We can't think that we're going to be able to buy 100, 200, 300 unit apartment complex just on our own and do it all ourselves. It's just not going to work. So team is huge. So building those relationships right now, really big. And then thinking about just where the market is. Think about where it potentially is going, and figure out how you can fill those gaps, fill that need, right? We always want to try to fill the need that people have right now. So put yourself in other people's shoes and really try to fill that need as much as possible. Again, I hope you enjoy this. And if you have comments that you want to make it on the Facebook page. Tell me what you're doing right now. Tell me how you are preparing for this recession. And then if you got any questions, if you have anything you want me to talk about, let me know on there too. I would definitely love to answer any questions that you have. Take care.